Okay, good evening, everyone. I want to call to order our council meeting for Tuesday, April 21st. Is there any disclosure of pecuniary interest? So before we get into our council meeting, I really felt that I should probably make mention of the situation that our friends in Nova Scotia had gone through this past week. You know, I was thinking on the weekend as I was preparing for our council meeting that we're entering week 6 of this COVID emergency isolation situation, and that for many people, um, it, you know, they're probably already feeling the effects of being isolated, away from coworkers, away from family, and that the stresses of the news of COVID would be getting to them. And then, of course, on Sunday, we all woke up to the tragic news of the situation in Nova Scotia. And of course, that has only compounded in my mind what people must be going through. So my heart goes out to those in our community that are struggling with the news of the day. But as a council, a municipal council, I really felt that we should send along our condolences to all of the communities involved in the tragedy in Nova Scotia. They are small communities just like us. And, you know, it's brought home certainly how these events can happen anywhere. I don't know if anybody caught the tribute that Banff did for Nova Scotia. And they played the song by the Irish Rovers, Farewell to Nova Scotia. And I don't know if any of you are familiar with the lyrics of that song, but there is one verse in particular that I think is particularly fitting. And the sun was setting in the west, the birds were singing on every tree. All nature seemed to be at rest, but alas, there was no rest for me. And I really fear that in Nova Scotia, there won't be rest for a while. So our thoughts and our prayers are extended to Nova Scotia, and we think of them in these days of mourning. And we will now move on to the business of the day. So we do have an in-camera session to go into, and that's for two reasons. One is we have to receive advice that is subject to solicitor-client privilege. And we also have to go in camera with regards to a proposed disposition of land by the municipality. But before I do that, because we are in open session right now, I just would like to kind of frame this is new territory, being holding a meeting virtually and having to go in camera and making sure that the proceedings remain confidential. So I've just got some parameters to remind us and just to make anybody that's watching the proceedings aware that these are the parameters that we are following to ensure confidentiality. So to maintain confidentiality, we would request that you ensure that you are participating in a private setting so that no family members or members that reside in your household are listening. And we would further suggest that the use of headphones be used during the closed meeting discussion. It is also recommended that you participate using municipal provided devices during the closed sessions. And to further maintain confidentiality, please note your obligations under the Council Code of Conduct, Section 5 in particular, and the procedural bylaw. So with that, if I can get a motion to go in camera. Councillor Mastarakis and seconded by Councillor Regan. All opposed? And that is carried. And with that,